This one here is the lower hour Honda. It's got about 10 hours. The higher hour one seems to start a little bit easier. I think maybe because it's a little more broken. That one's a lot more banged up. Well, I wouldn't even say really banged up. It's just a lot of scuffs on it on the side. They sat next to each other in the pickup, and I had bought a cover for this one, but I didn't end up using it. This one does have a crack back here from the accident. That certainly doesn't affect its usability, and it has kind of this nick right here. It's not even very deep, but you can see that one just has the two 120 volt outlets. This one has the one 120 volt and then the 30 amp. Well, it says 26.6, but it's 30 peak. Once you link them together, you link them this way right here, parallel the cords, and then that's the equal throttle, and you ground it right here as a reset. They're extremely quiet. They're very loud in the video, but I'll still talk in the video, and you can tell that they're extremely quiet. You could stand next to them and have a quiet conversation with somebody and not have any trouble understanding them. I did hose this one down, that's why it's a little wet. That foot pad is missing. As I said, I can replace that. I still haven't called Honda. But yeah, I'll do a cold start. They haven't started. I started them about 3 days ago. They have very small jets in the carburetor, and if you leave fuel in them for more than a couple weeks, they'll gum up really bad. So either you want to run them until they run out of fuel completely, or run a fuel stabilizer. I mix seafoam with the fuel. It's a good fuel stabilizer, and it lubricates the valves. So here it goes. I'll do a cold start, and this one's the low hour generator. See, it probably sounds a lot louder in the video, but it's really not. From 10 feet away, you can't even hear it, hardly. You'll hear it a lot louder because I'm sure it's bouncing off of the shed back there, but they're very quiet. Here's the higher hour one. And that one does seem to run a little smoother, I would say, because it's a lot more broken in. I don't know. I couldn't explain it any other way. I mean, they're both the same engine, so. It has like an eco mode, so it only uses as much power as it needs. You want to start them in the eco mode off. But yeah, that's them. They hold a gallon, about a gallon of fuel, and I think you'll get about 9 hours out of a gallon of fuel, unless you're running the AC. Like I ran the AC in my camper. think for a total of 10 hours. I had to use both of them. And that's the only time the companion ran, was when I ran the AC once in Bismarck for 5 hours as we were waiting on a Blue Ox hitch to come in, and the other time was in Pierre, South Dakota. Ran the AC just fine. I think I got about, probably used about a half a tank in each to run the AC, so about a gallon for 5 hours, not bad. But the main reason I got both was I didn't want to have a 38 watt generator that was heavier to lug around. You can split these up, but you could still have all the power by linking them together. So you did a lot of research before I bought them, and that was my intention. So anyways, now that we had the rollover, and that's why they're scuffed up. They were secured in the bed of my truck in my Ford, and the Blue Ox hitch that was guaranteed to prevent sway didn't prevent sway, and pulled us off the road coming down into Las Cruces off the pass. And although they were secured, there was bicycles in the back bed of the truck, and bicycles and different stuff that household goods, and they kind of got banged around, but that's all cosmetic. So that's them.